What's going on, y'all? It's Tricks from the Fools NA. If you're watching this, it probably means we're coming up on a milestone of just a little 100 subscribers. Thank you very much for sticking with me and watching my content this whole time. I can't imagine it was easy watching a whole lot of bullshit get made. But I appreciate you guys sticking through with me, and I decided, even though it's just 100 subscribers, it's time to get back a little bit to the community. And so I decided I wanted to make a little tutorial on how to edit, because I feel like a lot of people get stuck in this mind loop of like, I can't edit, I don't know where to begin. And I'm gonna basically walk you through, I'm gonna hold your hand throughout this whole process. If you want my input on devices to edit with, where you could start with, honestly, if you like Macs, get a MacBook. I don't know what else to tell you. MacBooks are good, they're powerful, they'll probably do it just fine. If you like Windows, like me, because fuck Mac, I do recommend you get a computer with a graphics card in it. You can get a laptop too. I can't tell you about any of the, I think they're called like ARC processors that are kind of like the M chips that Apple has. I can't tell you about those, I personally haven't used any, but if you're gonna use a computer, I do recommend you looking at anything with a graphics card, and do not use integrated graphics, okay? Trust me, you're gonna have a bad time. I will not go into too much color grading. I'll make this very beginner friendly. It's gonna be mainly focused on learning how to trim, kind of pacing of your videos. Overall, just really beginner friendly style of how to edit. This will not be crazily focused on detail. We're just gonna get you in the door and get you moving. So let's start this shit, man. So off the bat, a lot of people, they get into that mindset of, I can't edit, I don't know where to start. Listen to me. This is my Lenovo Yoga laptop, bro. This shitter got me through when I was just starting. I was able to post some of the earliest 9-volt videos just off of this thing. Yeah, it was sluggish. It did not like using Vegas, and it did not like using Premiere, but it got through. So never get into that mindset of, I don't know where to even start. Everybody starts off on crap, bro. Trust me. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna walk you through a video I actually just finished editing. We had a little Horror in Brooklyn show. So I'm gonna walk you through that footage to kind of explain the whole process to you, get you comfortable, really to get into the mindset of how do I edit. So what you're gonna realize off the bat is I have a ton of footage here. This is gonna be your raw footage. Damn near 2 hours and 26 minutes worth of footage. That's a lot of footage. Some people may think that's overwhelming at first, but like I said, bro, this is recording the whole night. If I mute this audio real quick, this is from the entire night. Most of this footage I did not use. This is how much footage was by the end of trimming it all. Around like 29 minutes of footage. And then by the time I finished the vlog, 24 minutes of footage. So you can get very overwhelmed looking at this raw footage and being like, how am I gonna get all this done? Bro, I did this video in the last week of school with finals on the way and with a job. You can do it. It's literally just dedicating the time and setting it aside to sit down and go through it. Now, how I go through footage is a bit differently. I do not, some people rewatch everything. I do not rewatch everything. I watch certain portions that I know, because I shot the footage that I know I liked, and I really hone in on those portions of footage. For other videos, for example, I think it's called the NYC to ATL video that's also on the 9-volt page. I wasn't recording that footage, but I played through the footage, I kind of skimmed through it. So I'll show you how I like editing, for example. This right here, this was something that I wanted to do for the intro. I wanted to make like alarms going off, and it was gonna shoot to me on the phone or Rodney. You can see that didn't make the final cut. Instead, it's more of a, I call traditional 9-volt entrance.
Oh my God.
It's just that. But you can see that took away, even though it's only 3 seconds, 30 seconds still matters at the end of the day. But yeah, even just the bigger footage, you can see here, this is my general process of how I go through footage. I begin by categorizing all the footage I capture into 2 things. The orange is get that shit out of here. The blue is keep it in there. Very simple, and it's color coded, so that way when I reopen this file like the next day or 2 days, God forbid I forgot what the hell I was doing, I can look at it and go like, oh yeah, color code, orange bad, blue good. Super simple. You want to make sure you keep your process as simple as you can, because you may not be doing this all in a day. I mean, think about it. We have jobs, we got work, we got other responsibilities. You may not get a whole day to edit your videos. You may have to come back in like a week or, you know, now and then. So find a system that works for you, that makes trimming your videos really easy. In my opinion, trimming is the most important part of the video creation process, because if you have too much fluff and filler in your videos, people are not gonna like it. Let me try to find you a section where I think that shines through a lot. Okay. So this is actually a perfect example of what I was talking about, of how too much things or how too much footage in your video can actually throw off the pacing and really make your videos kind of But we're gonna sit down and watch this clip and we're gonna analyze it for a little bit, okay?
Dude, I looked at it. I was like,
Please,
You gotta tell the camera, bro.
bro, this is a printer.
He said 90 bits.
That's your card. Card going right there.
I'm skipping ahead because like I'm bored watching this, bro. You can understand why people lose their mind showing videos, bro. But let's keep going.
Like that, just out of curiosity. Shit, more work than the actual play.
Yeah, bro. He talking about what? What? Right?
Up there in the front. Yeah.
Okay, for sake of my sanity, because I already watched like 1,000 fucking times. So you can see it starts at this timestamp, 8 minutes, 6 seconds. It is literally almost a 5-minute long clip, and a majority of that clip, if I mute this again, because I don't want to hear the scrubbing of this, I don't want to hear this shit scrubbing all over again. It is literally almost 8 minutes of us walking and going back and forth,
Thread or anything like that?
talking to people here. We talk to somebody there, and we're back to just walking. That's the clip. The clip is boring. The clip is really, really boring, because that's what happens in life. It's really boring. It's not interesting to watch at all. Now let's watch that same clip after I edited it.
Dude, I looked at it. I was like,
Please,
You gotta tell the camera, bro.
bro, this is a printer.
He said 90 bits. How you feeling, Tristan?
Pretty good, man. It's really good. We carrying wood, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They have like extra thread or anything.
No, they have a whole scoop over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
They got like a whole thing that you can pull over as much as you want.
Oh, thank
okay,
you.
wow.
Somewhere it is. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So crazy. She don't even work here.
I know, right?
Shit, more work than the actual play.
Yeah, bro. He talking about what? What? Yo, you know, we're kind of like the smiling friends, me and you.
Yo, bro, how's I supposed to know this is here?
I don't know.
Also, how am I supposed to cut this?
I'm gonna stop right there. But pretty much you can see we broke down that 8-minute clip, and we brought that down to pretty much a minute and some change. It's crazy when you up that to the course of the whole video. You shave off a lot of time and you make your videos a lot more watchable. The biggest problem I see with a lot of videos, in my opinion, is that there's just too much fluff and filler in them. And yeah, the YouTube algorithm likes seeing longer videos, but it has to have some level of substance to keep your audience engaged. Like if I'm not fully engaged in that substance, I'm not staying for it. So that's one of the biggest things I want you to keep track of when you're editing your videos. Your clips, your trimming is the most fundamental part of your video. If your trims are shit, your video is gonna be shit, because I'm gonna be sitting there wondering, why am I watching this? I'm just waiting to get to the good part, and it's like an hour-long video. I don't know, maybe I'm more brain rotted than other people, but I don't want to sit for an hour to watch the 10-minute clip that I was interested in. I mean, imagine I'm watching this video and I want to see Rodney's performance. I had to wait an hour and 33 until I even get to the part he's about to perform. So yeah, really hone in on your trims. I would say trimming is the most fundamental part, especially as a beginner. My laundry's done. It's the most fundamental part. Definitely as a beginner, you want to make sure that your video is digestible. You want to really make sure you cut off the fluff. And now it doesn't mean every moment has to be constant stimulus. No. If you watch this video, what you notice is it has like waves. You want waves of action, you know? You don't want it to be just like 100 24/7, because again, you get tired of 100 24/7. You want it to have fast periods, you want it to have slow periods. Let's see if I can find you a good example of that here, man. This is actually a good point. Let's look at this. This is actually a great part, and this is a great segment to what I was talking about those waves. You want up and down periods. Right before this, it was just kind of getting familiar with the space, you know, what's going on, who are the people we're gonna be talking to, who are we gonna be seeing, what's gonna be going on in the clip. Right now, Rodney's talking to the DJ. You can see me and another bro right there who building the stage. That shit was funny. But yeah, you hear like the music coming in, and what you start seeing is a transition and then some action. Now, in my opinion, I don't like this clip that much. I think it could have been done better, in my opinion, but you know, we're playing the long game here. Basically though, what I'm trying to say here is that this is kind of like the steep up. This tells you that, okay, we're rising, we're moving away from what we were into before, and we're starting to transition into something else. We're transitioning into, we'll see what we're gonna transition into. And what you can see right here is we're transitioning to actually the show and the performances. Again, in my opinion, this could have been done cleaner. I could have worked on the timing of it. I think it feels a bit too rushed, in my opinion. But again, it's all about how you want to present it. What I'm basically trying to say is it's not, what I don't want, in my opinion, is to go something like, I'll see if I can find it real quick. I don't want it to go from a clip like this, when it's a slow clip, you're talking to the camera, we're chilling, and all of a sudden, we're in the middle of like a fucking performance now. That would be, in my opinion, that throws the motion off. You went from like here and now you're up here. There's no movement, there's no fluid transitions. You kind of just like threw it against the wall. It doesn't feel like you thought about it, in my opinion. So again, think about the pacing of your video. That's probably the next biggest thing. Your trim is most important because you want to make sure that you have a digestible product that you can sit down and watch. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if you can't stand watching your own video while you're editing it, it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna be honest with you. But you wanna make sure you have something digestible you can sit down and watch. And then two, you wanna make sure when you're changing what's going on, you wanna like ease the viewer into it. Unless it's something like, let's see if I can find it here. The only exception I'll make for that is situations like this. So this is something that I would say it's acceptable to kind of take it from that 0 to up here. This one's not crazy dramatic, but this is Thanks Barry TV. He's doing a little performance, and then it goes right to a guy who has no hands. Like his shirt is, I don't know where the fuck, his shirt's like under, these pants are like pulled all the way up. It's something so crazy that, or so out of the box, so weird that you kind of just go like, how did we end up here? And that's generally good. For the most part, that's okay. That's fine. Stuff like that is perfect because it kind of throws you off guard. You're just like, you got like flashbanged almost, man. It's cool. Another good example of that, something like this. This one's more hyped. You're in the middle of a performance, people are going crazy, and I spotted it like crazy. I was like, wait, what the hell is going on? You can actually hear me say like, what the fuck? Look, he grabs his man over there, taps his head, and then starts choking him. That's... Okay. Shock factor now is a big thing in modern media. You kind of want shock factor to a certain extent. You don't want to go too crazy here, but this is something where it's like, what the hell is going on here? And it makes you, it drags you back into the video. For example, if I'm on like Instagram and I see this clip right here, I'm losing my mind, bro. I'm going like, what the hell is going on here? I need to like watch this video so I can get what the hell is happening. And so this is something that I'm a big fan of. These clips, I'm 100% a big fan of. Do these clips. Next thing I really want to talk about is really just, bro, having fun with your videos, right? This is YouTube. I'm gonna be so honest with you. This is YouTube. No one's expecting you to put out like ABC top tier 100% quality. No one's expecting like I forgot what that movie studio is, but whatever the hell that movie studio is that makes like super cinematic. I think it's A24 or whatever. I don't care. But no one's expecting that level of quality out of you. What YouTube has over those other mediums is we have humor. In my opinion, again, could have been done a little bit better, but this clip is hilarious in my opinion. This is a clip. This is my boy Rodney. He's performing right now, and you can see he kind of falls off the stage trip and slams into the DJ's laptop. And I decided I'm gonna have fun with this a little bit, man. You see, I replayed the clip. I have a green screen right here, actually. So maybe if I go to the Fusion page, you'll be able to see it. Yeah, so this is just a green screen that I got. I took out the green, I kept the replay footage over here, and then we just, again, another angle that somebody else at the function got, and I just replay it. I slow the clip down a bit, and I add some audio from a football game to like add dramatic effect. Now, in my opinion, I think if I left the original audio still playing while the announcers are over it, it would be even funnier. However, at the time I thought, let's take it out. But it just goes to show you, man, you know, you can always make things better. 80% of your creative process is your love, your joy and excitement. You're putting your all to your product. And the 20% is just saying, fuck it, get it out the way, get it out. Because again, if you never finish a project and you don't release it, what's the point? No one's gonna see it, no one's gonna judge you on it, no one's gonna give you feedback. Your community is not gonna give you feedback by watching it and not watching it. It's just kind of gonna end up in your little bubble for the rest of your life. And you know, as much as I tell you, I love creating things. I want people to see the things I create so I can get feedback on it, how to make it even better. I think that's how you really become a better editor. Your videos have to flop so that you know what not to do and what to do better and how to improve. Now, that doesn't always mean that like the best of your videos will always shoot high and they'll always be successful, and you know, you spent a lot of time making this quality product and you think it's finally ready to come out and then it flops and you just think the worst of yourself. No, ultimately that's life. You know, anything you do, it's not gonna always be successful. You got to fail over and over and over again, refine it, get better and better. And ultimately, I think it's for the best, because you're going to end up with something even better than what you created before, and something even more beautiful to put out to the world. And so what I really want to teach you in this video is really just fall in love with the process, because the process is difficult. The process is time consuming, but you're doing this for a reason. You got into video editing, or you got into shooting videos or whatever for a reason. You didn't just like pick it up one day and say, hey, I'm just gonna do it, fuck it, whatever. You know, that's what we call a job. But you know, if you want a career, it's something that you love doing, something that you're never gonna stop doing. I had a conversation with this, I forgot what part of Africa he's from. I think he's from Nigeria or whatever. I had a conversation with this Uber driver from Nigeria when I was living in Baltimore for a little bit. And we're having a conversation about like what we love doing. Simple shit. And, you know, he said something so simple, but it's so like, it's so true, you know? When you love doing something, you're gonna do it without getting paid. For most of you who are probably watching this, you're not gonna be getting paid off these early YouTube videos. And so you're trying your best to make a better product with the thought in the back of your mind that you're probably never gonna get paid for this. You're doing it for the love of the game. Which means if we're doing this for the love of the game, I'm making sure I'm putting my best out every single time. And so, like I said, bro, this is YouTube, man. Have fun with your videos. If you want to be that super cinematic guy, be that super cinematic guy. Make your videos super cinematic, make them cool, make them exciting, but have fun with it. Fall in love with this process, because the more you love this process, the better your videos are going to come out. I 100% guarantee you. But we got to go back to this. No, one more thing I'm going to mention just before, you know, figure out what the hell else I want to do here is sound effects. Sound effects are very powerful and it can be overwhelming at certain times. For example, this is something I did here. It's probably something you didn't even notice if you watched the video. This clip of me coming to my car. I'm gonna play this clip with just no sound effects on right now.
Shit, we living good today.
So, you were probably just like, okay, you didn't really hear much. Let's play with the sound effect now.
Shit, we living good.
I don't know if you're paying attention, but in my opinion, that makes a big difference. You just went from, you know, just a little, okay, we're walking over to a little sound blaring in your ear and going like, ooh. The people watching your videos, your audience, your consumers, they want a form of stimulation. Now, you know, that doesn't mean overstimulate them. And what I mean by that is I see a lot of videos where, and I've done some videos where I just like throw shit on the screen. For example, this right here, this part right here is an example of, I'm not gonna say overstimulation, but it fits for this scenario, but imagine this in any other scenario.
Literally made all AI images of that was like, I don't know who did I'm dead.
You know, you got things going on your screen, you got sounds in the background. It's kind of crazy. So let me take a little process. Let me do a little something with y'all, man. Imagine I take this and I put it at the start, and I'm just gonna willy-nilly throw it anywhere. And I'll shrink them down. Yo, Rodney's gonna kill me for this, bro. I know it. And let's grab the sound effects that were over there. Let's bring them back over here. And let's just play the video real quick.
Oh my God, it's my subject today.
So it's
I'm gonna see.
obviously this is a rush job because I'm trying to make a point here, but it kind of just feels random. Like it feels thrown over the place and no real purpose to it. Sometimes this could be fun, but in my opinion, especially the duration of them, like this is a great example with duration wise, especially like this one. Why is this on the screen for this long? That's something you should be thinking about when you're editing and you're looking at certain things, especially when it comes to like effects. Why does this effect need to be playing for this long? Is it really need to be on the screen right now, or can I put something else on? Or is it more important for them to like watch the actual content, the video going on? Or like, you should be having these higher thoughts about what's appropriate for the moment. Is it appropriate that I'm sitting here, if I go back to like the raw clips, and I am watching this, is it appropriate for me to be watching this right now? Should I be watching this super long section? Is this worth it? Or can I condense this? Can I make this more easily watchable? Can I change this in some way, shape, or form so that the audience can easily consume this? For example, I can have this clip playing the entire time. I can have it going, I can have it moving, I can just keep it going the whole time. Is it appropriate for what I want to do? I didn't want this video to be a long ass video. So is it appropriate for me to have this shit going the entire time? Maybe it's better to, instead of doing that, I do something like this, where I play a bunch of those clips, but they're shorter and they're more condensed, and you can kind of get the same feel and the same energy for it without having the viewer dedicate an hour of their time to watching it. Again, the biggest thing I want you to remember, this unedited portion of the footage, 2 hours, almost 2 hours and 30 minutes long. Compare that to this, which is 24 minutes, give or take. Which one would you sit down for? Which one will you sit down for? Can you really dedicate 2 hours to watching over a performance? Like, can you really sit down and dedicate 2 hours to watching over something, or will you sit down and dedicate 24 minutes to it? These are what you got to think of when you're making these videos, man. I can tell you that, you know, my editing is not perfect. I don't think my editing is at the level I want it to be. I enjoy it though, and I will continue honing my skills and getting my skills, and I appreciate people like you guys and viewers like you for watching my content and sticking around for as long as you can. I'm going to be working on upgrading my craft. If you ever think something sucks, please leave a comment on how much it sucks. I'll take my video footage and what I edit, and I'll take it over to one of my mans. He will tell me everything he doesn't like. If he doesn't like a section, he'll go like, I don't know about that section. And that's great, because I can go back and I change like 1 or 2 little things, and it's vastly different. Vastly different. It's incredible how much of a difference just changing 1 or 2 things could be. I'm not gonna lie, I don't do any scripts for my videos. I think I'm much better talking from the heart and getting how I feel. So if this is a little bit kind of just like jumbled all over the place, I apologize. What I really want you to take away from this, especially the beginners, is 1, your little shit laptop can edit. It might suck at it, but you can get a start on this. It's much better to get a cracked version of Vegas like I did, download it onto here, and get your foot in the door and start editing than, you know, eventually waste all this time, money, and effort doing something and then go like, I don't want to do it anymore. You know, my PC, I spent like $1,800 on my PC. It's nothing crazy, but I wanted a good gaming PC, and I wanted something that can handle the things I edited. But it was a lot of money. And then I went and brought DaVinci for a lot of money. So, like I said, you want to make sure this is something you want to do. Just get a cracked version of Premiere, get a cracked version of Vegas. Download DaVinci. Like, DaVinci Resolve Studios, it costs money, but like regular DaVinci's free. Just download those versions, get your foot through the door, start doing the process, see if you like it or not. And then you can figure out if you want to continue or not. The one thing I will recommend is 100%, I would buy DaVinci. I would buy DaVinci Resolve any day of the fucking week. It is like $300, almost $400. But even though Premiere is kind of like the standard that a lot of people will use, I think DaVinci's better because it has multiple tools in it that you would need different programs in the Adobe suite to use. So DaVinci gives you a lot of tools in one program, where in Adobe it will be spread across very different programs. Resolve has a tool called Fusion. In Adobe, that's like After Effects. So you can see like these little things, it's really important to your workflow, and I prefer a program where I can just like click over to a tab rather than have to do everything onto a whole nother thing. Like I have to go download this software and do it here. It's, in my opinion, much easier, faster, and better just to do it there. Click open Fusion page, and I can be in my Fusion page doing what I need to do rather than having to save this, export it, put it over to After Effects. I have the hell of workflow of After Effects works. I don't even know. I haven't used it in that long. But anyway, I just prefer DaVinci. So my biggest advice to new people starting in editing, please, please, please focus and hone in on how you trim your videos. Make sure you're trimming it to be substance. Do not trim it just to have a long video with a lot of dead space and now I'm bored out my mind. Actually trim your videos so that it's digestible, it's friendly to watch, it's viewable. Next, focus on how your video flows. You know, don't just throw shit against the wall. Ease viewers into things, ease them out of things. You want to kind of like hold their hand along the video. Unless, you know, you're going for a certain style, then you got it. And then lastly, just like have fun. Have fun editing, man. You know, I'm assuming if you're watching my content, you're not getting paid. You're doing this for free. Have fun, man. Do dumb stuff in your videos. Do something crazy. Do something random. This is YouTube, bro. This is not like a TV network. We're not HBO right now. Have fun in your videos. Fall in love with the process. Because if you don't even like your own videos, why would I watch your video? Why the hell would I do it? And then, okay, sorry. My last advice. Please do not get stuck on your video having to be perfect. Get something that you're like, this is viewable. Yeah, I have these little tiny mistakes here and there, but it's okay. I can just go out and I can get it done. I have a ton of videos on my channel where I'm like, I could have done this better. I could have made this a little better. I could have changed this up. I have one video that I actually despise, but I made it at like 3 a.m. in the morning. And I was like, this is kind of funny. That schedule one video, I hate it with a passion, but I was trying to make it like the Chiracology Reddit. I tried to make it in that style. Did I do a good job? I don't really know, but I have fun making it. I hate it. I hate that video. I should have never released it, but I have fun making it. And at the end of the day, that's what YouTube's all about, man. Have fun making your videos. Just have a great time overall. Final words, I want to thank you guys for subscribing, liking my video, following my content, man. I'm very appreciative of all the support I've gotten to my friends. Thank you for sticking up with me, man. Yeah, you didn't have to watch this shit. I don't send it to you guys. Some of you guys actually generally show it to other people, and I really appreciate y'all. I really do 100%. Overall though, to anybody new watching the videos, hey, welcome. I hope you like my rants, really. This is all just unstructured, bro. This is why it feels like a whole goddamn mess. But, you know, this is YouTube, man. This is fun. This is the internet. I want to go back to when the internet was fun and exciting and like invigorating. You know, there's so much shit going on in the world, and I feel like there's a collection of CEOs sitting around at the round table kind of just figuring out how to boost engagement by causing conflicts and spurring up controversy. Let's just say fuck that, man. Let's just have some fun videos again. Let's make YouTube fun. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to have a good time making dumb YouTube videos, you know. We work so hard, and you know, we're in shit time. No one can afford a house. Groceries expensive as hell. I got bills to pay. I literally just paid a parking ticket. But like, you know, I paid my parking ticket and I made this. And I'm smiling at this whole thing, man. I'm gassed, man. I'm having a fun time. Thank you for watching, bro. Thank you for staying with me. If I'm at 100 subscribers when this comes out, hey, let's get to 1,000. That's the next goal, baby. But even if I'm not there, hey, welcome. Welcome to the Fools at Night, bro. I'm a fool. I'm a dumbass. My sister called me the fool growing up the whole time, and now you guys get to fool out with me. So thank you for joining the team, bro. I'm gonna go eat now because I'm a fat ass, but y'all take care of yourselves. Go on a walk, drink water. Go on walks, drink water, have a good time, hang out with your homies, tell your family you love them, bro. Just enjoy life, bro. If you can't smile through life, what's the point, man? You take care of yourselves, bro. Take care, man.